What is going on, everybody? Welcome to or back to Ryder's Record Collection. My name is Carl. Today I wanted to do a quick contest entry to the VinyLova's Push to 200 Subscribers contest. The name of this contest is my 5 deserted island albums, things that I'd want to listen to on a deserted island, basically. This contest had 2 rules. The first rule is you can only have one artist picked per, you can only have one album by a particular artist, and you can't have any compilation albums. This is hard for me because my musical tastes tend to change, and what I spin a lot just kind of depends on how I feel that particular day. So I originally had a different stack of albums than what I'm going to show you, but after struggling to pick only 5, I decided that I'm going to stick with primarily beach-ish music albums, because if I'm going to sit on an island on a beach somewhere, I kind of want some beach music. So this is not necessarily my 5 favorite albums of all time, although I do like all these albums. This is 5 albums that I'd want to be trapped on an island with, sitting on a beach under a palm tree. So we will kick it off right now. So the first album that I'd pick is Sublime's self-titled Sublime. I am a huge Sublime fan. Sublime is one of my favorite bands, so this was a pretty given. This was in my first stack of records that I picked, but this was released in 1996, and there is not a bad song on it. This goes from reggae to punk rock to alternative. You can see the influence of Jimi Hendrix and a whole lot of other classic rock bands on here, and there's not a bad song on this album at all. I mean, side 1 is Garden Grove, What I Got, Wrong Way, Same in the End, April 29, 1992. Side 2 is Santeria, Seed, Jailhouse, Pawn Shop, and side 3 is Paddle Out, The Ballad of Johnny Butt, Burritos, Under My Voodoo, Get Ready, and side 4 is Caress Me Down, What I Got, Doing Time. And like I said, there's just not a bad song on here whatsoever. I'm a huge Sublime fan. I actually just completed my Sublime discography here, so that's going to be a video coming out soon, is the best of Sublime, or my favorite Sublime albums. Next up is not a compilation album, it is a soundtrack, but this is Jimmy Cliff, The Harder They Come. This is just a phenomenal reggae sampler, basically. This was released in 1972. It's the soundtrack to a movie of the same name, but it features songs by Jimmy Cliff, the Toots and the Maytals, Desmond Decker, the Slickers, Scotty. There's a song called Draw Your Brakes, which is one of my favorite songs on this album, but if I'm going to be sitting on a beach, I'm going to have some quality reggae to play. And if you are a minor fan of reggae and you have not heard of this album, I highly recommend it. It is killer from start to finish. Good old-fashioned 60s, early 70s dub reggae. So my second deserted island album. This next album, band, I consider them a modern day surf rock band. They do a lot, but there's a huge clear surf rock influence on them, and this is the Growlers. This is their album Hung at Heart. This was released in 2013, and this is another song that there isn't a bad song on here. The Growlers were in the other stack that I picked out. They're another one of my favorite bands, but I would have gone with City Club or Chinese Fountain. But this is just a good surf rock lo-fi album full of great songs. Actually, this has Beach Rats, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. Beach Rats, Reckless Days, Foul Mouth Salty Kids, Wrapped Up in the Ocean's Lips, Healed by the Sun. And again, I never tire of this album, and I would definitely enjoy sitting on a beach playing it on repeat. This next one's pretty obvious. This wasn't in my first stack, although I do love this artist, and this is Bob Marley. You can't be stuck on a deserted island without any Bob Marley. I would have gone with Legend, but you can't do any compilation albums. So this is one of my favorite Bob Marley albums. This has some great tracks on it, specifically Rastaman Vibration, this name of this album, and roots rock reggae. I have a lot of great memories of listening to Bob Marley. I grew up and born and raised in South Florida. Many trips to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and Bob Marley was always on the soundtrack, so I can very much see myself on a deserted island drinking coconut milk and listening to Bob Marley. And we are coming up to our last and our 5th deserted island album. This technically isn't a reggae album-ish, but this is more of a world album. This is Santana, Abraxas. There's just a lot of really good songs on this album. great guitar work, great textures lyrically. I think this was released in 69, maybe 70, but the standout track that a lot of people know from this is Black Magic Woman and Oyo Como Va. But very, very, very good Santana album. They were very good at that world music, that banging hard rock, and I could spend hours looking at the album art and always find something new. So those are my 5 picks. I'm going to go with an honorable mention. This was originally in the stack of 5 albums before I swapped it out for the Santana album. This didn't make the cut because you can't do a compilation album, but if I could have, I would have gone with the Beach Boys' Endless Summer. They remind me of the beach so much from being a high school kid and bumping the Beach Boys all the time whenever I was at the beach. And this is a great compilation album, but doesn't count, so it's just an honorable mention. But as I said before, this is a contest entry to the VinyLova's to push to 200 subs. I tried to go with more beach appropriate albums, and not necessarily my favorite, although some of my favorite artists are featured in there. He's almost at 200 subs. I believe he's in Denmark. He's got a great channel. I just stumbled upon it recently. I really enjoy the content he put out. I watched a really nice sort of history lesson about the first fuzz guitar featured in an old country song, I think, which was very interesting. But he's got a great channel. Check him out. I will leave a link to his channel below. VinylLova, thank you for putting on this contest. Good luck on your push to 200 subs. I believe that you're right there. I am Carl. This is Ryder's Record Collection. I'm going to have some more content out coming soon. I got another contest entry that I'm going to do here pretty shortly, so that will be posted here soon. But if you like this video, please throw it a like. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you see any other videos that you'd like, please check those out. I'm going to keep on making some content relating to a whole bunch of things, gear, music, what I'm putting into my record collection. So like I said, I'm Carl. This is Ryder's Record Collection. Throw this video a like, and if you want to watch some more, please subscribe, and I will have some more content out for you soon. Cheers.